fixed gear bike, or a fixie, has one gear and a locked cob, which means that the rider must pedal at all times, providing the rider with an unimpeded connection with the bike, known as direct ride. In short, it's simple and beautiful, but many don't see the beauty and the simplicity of a fixed gear bike. They see inefficiency, challenge, and no logic to be had. So why do people ride fixed gear with all of that in mind?
Well, for one, it's definitely trendy. That's how a lot of people get into it. But once you start riding, you realize that it's a lot more of a entertaining way to ride, and that your legs are always moving. You know, bike's always making you look at what's ahead of you, because you can't just hit a brake and just instantly stop. You got to be paying attention to traffic, and I don't know. Your legs are always moving, so.
They're way more convenient than a full geared bike. You don't need to change any gears. You do have to work harder, but unless you're a weenie, which most of us aren't, you just ride and you just keep your pedal cadence at a certain level and you just ride. Fixies and fixed gears and single speeds are just more accessible and simple, and so I think that's part of the reason why I ride mine. People ask me all the time why I ride them in Seattle. I'm like, well, we have hills, but you still got to go up them whether you have a full geared bike or single speed, and I just like to crank up my hills. So I don't know, I ride them simply because they're simple.
I'm Charles Hadrann. I'm the owner of Wright Brothers Cycle Works here in Fremont. Somebody comes in with their dad's old Raleigh they got out of the garage and go, hey, I'd like to have a fixed gear. I says, well, you can spend as little as $200, and you can spend, the sky's the limit after that. And that was affordable. I mean, bikes today are expensive. I mean, it shocks me. I've been in this business for 37 years. And when I see bikes for $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, who can afford that? So when you're just out of high school, you're working as a barista, you're working in a restaurant or something, you don't have $5,000 to spend on a bike, and fixed gear kind of fits the bill. It's affordable. I think everybody should have a fixed gear. I think it's one of those things that takes you back. That's how bikes started, fixed gears. They made a comeback. They've always been there. It's just that they're more popular than they used to be. So I think it is a lifestyle thing. I think that one, I mean, it's not, and it's kind of cool that it's hip. I think the fact that fixed gears are hip, why not?
The goal is you just gotta get on a bike and then you'll understand ride one.
You don't understand my lifestyle.
I didn't.
No, I'm just saying in general.
It's great to see it make a comeback. I think it's really cool. I think it gets people on bikes. I think that's the important thing. And these bikes are cool. And they can be so personalized. You can just do the wild colors, you can be subtle colors, you can be all black, you can be pink and white, you can be, neon green and blue. I mean, it's wild. I think it's stylish. Yeah, and why not? Why not? What are you having? You're having fun.
I don't take unnecessary risks.
It's all about risk management.
Yeah.
I don't ride fixed gear when I'm not trying to impress girls. Much like,
You can only walk your bike if you're walking next to a girl.
It's fun to ride. I mean, I can't stress the fun part. And then you get a group of people together riding. It's a blast. That's all I can tell you. So I mean, there's so many things that I think are positive about single speed and the fixed gear itself that I hope they're around with us for many, many decades.
Spontaneity, simplicity, and fun. The fixed gear rider's philosophy. Where others see challenge, they see their ability to overcome. Nowhere is the bond between man and his machine closer than the fixed gear bike. By no means is this a fixed way of life. If anything, the fixie is the embodiment of freedom.
Best version of what I could imagine.